Start as I always start. Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. I'm a level of 190. Are you saying that your pleasure on that night, y'all? I don't know how to do it, go funny, brother. Wow, I didn't realize that we was on this message, but like I said, Allah is great, Allah is great, Allah is great. As you know, for those of you that don't know, ever possibly sit there and not believe that He is great. Look at all the beautiful things that He provides for us in this earth. But one of the things I want to bring your attention to is something that's simple, but it just shows the grand design of my Father and Creator. Me personally, I love food. I love food. One of my favorite foods is the mango. Love them to death. I love the way that they taste. I love the fact that if you look at a mango and when you eat it and you're done eating it, you look at the size of the seed, you think of where it brings forth into this world. And apples and oranges and pears and bananas, the different types of nourishments that we gain from this world that are so luscious and so beautiful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my Father, He provides for us at no cost. Like, I don't know anybody here that the last time they paid the due tax for the earth. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I see a lot of people sit there and take my land for granted, take that gift which my Father has bestowed upon us for granted. And I've watched it for years. For years. When I say years, literally, I'm talking about I've watched it for a grand scheme of eons. Been here for thousands of years watching the same thing. Peace and blessings be upon you from Allah, my brother, and may you go with me. I've constantly sat there and watched. And I want you guys to understand this because like I said to y'all yesterday, for those of you that heard it, you'll understand it. For those that you haven't, I guess I'm going to administer something new to you that you understand. So I am the embodiment. I am the embodiment, I have been the embodiment of Adam since the beginning of time. I've come in the form of every single prophet that you've ever noticed, every prophet you've ever called upon, any prophet you've ever recognized, that has been me. That has been me. See, there was a seal that was set upon my mind as I was going through these times without knowing what I was given. See, the choice had to be mine that I would continue to pay the debt from which my first sin had caused and laid upon my children, which you are. When I came out of God and brought into this world. So what I did is I took an oath upon myself in my Father's name and my Father's sin to win back that which was mine, which is this earth, and you, my children, my kind, literally mankind. I finally accomplished that. So when they said that my last incarnation, which was as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam See, I wrote myself a manuscript. I wrote myself a manuscript inside of the angelic language in the book that you know as the disciple. See, my father taught me at the beginning of time to speak a certain language that only himself, myself, and the angels can understand. And that's why and how I'm able to command the angels as my army. My father gave it to me at the beginning. Gave it to me at the beginning. Literally, out of all the angels in the world, out of all the angels he's ever created, my father literally gave me 1/5 of them as my army and as my protector. And I will tell you this, if you could count all the stars in all the universes and all the galaxies, it still does not measure out to 10% of all the angelic forces that my father created before he created me. Before he created me. Before my father took me, who was originally his active force. See, I was that which all things were created through in the seed of my father. I was his power. I was his force. I was his right hand. I am his right hand. My father said to me, sit at my right hand so that I may give you a throne and a kingdom for your own. That's what he told me. And that's what he granted me. But see, the thing is, brothers and sisters, I want you to understand something. You think I got this kingdom just by saying, oh, you know what, if I die this nation, I popped up and said, gee, this is mine. I wish it was that easy. If it would have been that easy, brother, trust me, I'd give everybody a golden ticket into the new kingdom. But it wasn't. Nor will it be easy for y'all. See, I had to stay faithful to my father. 9,652 years. 9,652 years. I had to stay faithful to my father in every incarnation that I've ever come. See, critically, that you know of as the actual prophets of recognition, I've only been here 7 times. And that which has created a path that would lead to righteousness. As a judge, and as a governor, and as an administrator, and an enforcer, brothers and sisters, I've had over 10,000 incarnations. I've had over 10,000 incarnations. And in the times that I did not want to take upon my own flesh and body to live out my own life, I found those that were willing enough to join their spirit with mine. And I carried myself in their fashion. They carried themselves in mine. See, my father gave me the divine wisdom and insight how to be able to connect myself to that which is mine, the same way that he connected himself to that which is his. See, what would ever make you think that my father has a connection with me, has a universal connection with me, and he did not allow me to stay connected with my own? Why do you think that there was those that were called to faith that always accepted it so easy? Why do you think that there was always those on earth that just believed the belief? That just believed the belief, and everybody be like, man, why would you do that type of faith? See, when they said I get that faith from my father, they weren't talking about my father. They were talking about their father, your father. See, I am Yahweh. See, a lot of people thought that Yahweh, and they were praying for Yahweh, they thought that that was a term that was used for God above. No, I think we're going to do that clarity right now. Yahweh, the Almighty, worship. There's no other way to say this, so I will call it for what it is. Architectural human being. See? Or reverse it. I want to say that I am your architectural worship. Almighty human being. See, a lot of people don't realize that the way that they spell Yahweh is spelled with an E. That E that they put in there is only because of the true meaning of the word. So they didn't understand the true meaning of the word. And those that did understand understood the fact that it would not be until the one came who was spoken of as Yahweh that would be able to give you the definition of what it meant and give you the correct spelling. Because I am that who is also Yahshua, Jacob, Yakub, Yessa. And why? Because all that is I. And all that ever will be is Father. Because my Father is all that ever will be. And I am His. See, my kingship and my development of my kingship was something that I had to work for almost 10,000 years. Almost 10,000 years of continuous working towards the literally reclamation of that which was rightfully mine. See, I had to pay a debt. I had to pay for this. I've had to pay for this in flesh and bone and blood, in sacrifice, in charity. This wasn't something where somebody just said to me, you know what? You are my son, the beloved, here you can have this. Somebody said, this is my son, the beloved, whom I have approved. Listen to him, but he's still got to work for it too. See,
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
From the
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
He's only made it. It's always been me. I'm going to tell you why that is. Because just as there can only be one God above, there can only be one God on earth. Imagine the conflicts we would be having down here. Every person on this earth had the power my Father has given me, had the ability to not only heal, but to destroy. That had the ability to not only bring in forth this life, but destroy. That had the power of the angels and the force and will to control them in such a way that they literally plow trees, move mountains, and supply the force that I need to move a human body from one place to the next without them even knowing that they travel through the space-time continuum. See, I am that which understands quantum physics because I am that which is quantified by my Father. Wonder why you guys have never been able to understand how things move in this world from one point to the next. How things can travel in and out of space. You can't figure it out because your mind will always be from it. It is what it is. But in an infinite life possibility, you still have eternity. You can develop yourself to such a degree that you didn't even realize that your mind is finite. You didn't even realize that you had limitations. Your only limitation would be that for which I set. If it's that boundary that my Father gives me to set. See, this is the thing we have to understand. I am the divine ruler. I am the separate of myself. That is not. That's the best part about this. No weapon formed against me will prosper because anything that was to ever think to come against me, we're going to put a dead stop to that because my thing is to bring forth the peace and security, the well-being and the happiness of all those that will follow the path that best leads to my Father. See, people think the fact that I'm just a crazy disciplinarian, that I'm just, man, he just always wants to destroy something. No, I don't want to destroy something. I want to preserve everything. And in that preservation, I have the ability and the will to destroy one thing to save all. I literally am that person that looks at the earth because I am a leader and I understand even how my Father thinks. You think my father wanted to wipe out all the people he wiped out in the flood? You think he wanted to wipe out all the people he wiped out that went against Midian? You think he wanted to wipe out all the people that he wiped out in Egypt when they held the Israelites? Do you not understand? Do you not understand the decision that it takes for a father to have to wipe out not just one, but hundreds of thousands of his own children, only to preserve the life of a couple 100,000 more? You telling me that any of y'all can make that decision? Could you literally sit there and make the decision between your son and your daughter and say, you know what, this son is going to I know he's going to be evil. I know he's going to destroy everybody else. I know he's going to destroy everybody else. I have to sacrifice him. I got to get rid of him. You know damn well you ain't going to be able to make that decision in a split second. Y'all will be sitting there trying to argue with yourself on every single reason of why he does not have to go. I'm sorry to tell you that's a great form of compassion, but it's a horrible form of attachment. It's a horrible form of attachment. How do you attach yourself to that which will destroy the preservation of life, whether it came from you or didn't come from you? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you ain't knocking off your kid, you're knocking off mine. You guys are taking possession of something that doesn't belong to you. You don't hold the key to life. You were created and formed from me. And I'm telling you that the preservation of righteousness, the preservation of love, the preservation of that which is most holy in the eyes of my Father means more than any piece of flesh and bone. Do you not know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can take that from you, from which you think is good, and replace it with something for you that's better? All you literally have to do is ask. All you literally have to do is ask. See, even if you go directly to my father and you ask my father, which I tell you, you can ask him, he's all around you, I don't care. It's still getting carried to you. Because what you ask him is you're asking it into the wind. And who do you think controls the wind? My angelic witness. My angelic witness. So they're going to come right to me and they're going to say, Master Sadiq, this is the word of the day. This is the thing that your people need. This is what they're asking. And I will ask the angels because they are the ones that keep the record. Have they paid the due for that which they are asking? Have they done for their brother that which they are asking? Have they done for my creation, for my father's creation, that which they are asking? Have they met the terms of the agreement of what they are asking? And I'm going to wait to see what the angels say. And if they say, surely this one was found righteous, and that which was set forth in the laws and the commandments of righteousness. And I will look at my father, and I will say, my father, through the power and the ability of that which you have granted me, so that our will becomes one, and in the active force of that being casted out into the world, that I may bring petition to that which those have called. Be. See how simple that is? You see how simple that is? I didn't get it when you said that, huh? I am the word. I am the word. I am my father's active force living amongst you. See, when you see me walk around and y'all like, you know what, I'm about to run down on them, and the person is close enough to me and they're like, oh, shit. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? See, the angels that are around me, my brothers that are around me, see, they will install in you a fear of that which is your master, even if you don't have it. How you think when the animals come around me, they submit to that which they know is greater? See, I'm there to protect. And I'll tell you right now, 90% of the time, most human beings in the way that they act, I'll protect the animal way before I protect y'all. I will protect the righteous. Don't get me wrong on that, I'm not saying that. But I want you to understand in my terminology how I'm saying things, that my duty is the preservation of life. The life that I preserve is that which is the most just, the most harmonious, and the most righteous. Again, I've fallen in those three categories. I'm not saying you be one and not the other two. I'm saying you have to be levelly, equatable amongst all three in your characters and personalities and actions and performances and behaviors in this world. Because if I find you lacking in any of them, I'm going to find you lacking in all of them. See, you cannot have any one of those things without having all of them. See how that works? You cannot have any of those things without having all of them. See, your truth and your honesty and your integrity is that which will seal your character. That is what your character will be sealed by. I'll tell you one thing, I'm a good judge of character. And I know a lot of people that are probably like, yeah, right. I know the nation and everything that we do. They just thought they were good people. So now it's time for me to say this to you. I've always been a good judge of character. I knew what I was getting into when I got into it. I wanted to see the type of people I was dealing with. See, because a person that only has this much good in them, if that good can be nurtured, developed into that which is the greatest good, I can turn it into something great. But if they do not allow that seed to be watered, if they do not allow that seed to be nourished, if they do not allow that seed to be illuminated, it ain't never gonna happen. And at that point, I cast down judgment. I cast down a judgment that they can never escape. Matter of fact, if you really want to be truthful and you really want me to sit there and just point it out to you for a case in point, you go ask anybody that knew me as nation, that ever did me dirty, you ask them. You really ask them how their life has been after I walked out of it or after I called down my judgment. Ask them how many favors of Allah they get. Ask them how many days they go through life constantly struggling and fighting just to have 1 second of peace. How their life has just been one big problem, one after another. And no matter how hard they try to get it right, they just can't do it. Why you think? See, every time I came to this world, I always have a power limit. They're limited, they're restricted, but I've always had powers. Why do you think if you look up in the sky right now and you see where I'm sitting, for those that are around me, and if you ever pay attention to when I'm walking, those that are around me, in the nighttime the sun shines directly on me. The sun shines directly on me. Look at the sky, you see it. My brother on the bike, you as witness, you looked up and see it. People driving by, they see it. It shines directly on me. I am the force of that light. See, y'all can understand that my father was not selfish when he created me. My father didn't say, I want to create something that, isn't me. He created an exact replica of himself. An exact living replica of himself. I am my father and my father is me. I don't have to say I do the will of my father. He already knows who will I'm doing. I do things like that for God. When I say I seek his protection, I do that for God. You think if I walk around and don't ever say that I won't be protected? I am the living embodiment of that which is all, with the powers of it at my disposal. You think I have to tell anybody that I have these powers? Do I have to tell anybody that I have these powers? I have to tell you. I do it so that you can recognize the time that you're in, and I guess for all intents and purposes, accept the olive branch that I am offering you at peace, to come into the new kingdom under the rule and governorship of that which is most just, that which is most righteous, and that which is most harmonious to the preservation of life according to the plan of my Father and myself. See, that's the true definition of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. That is the divine Trinity. He who is of that which is all, that is fused together by that Holy Spirit that connects them. See, I don't know what type of Trinity I was taught, but if it wasn't that definition I just gave you, there is no such thing as a Trinity. The God is one God, and there is only one God, and that is the God That means the everlasting kind of with the Allah, the prince, president, architect, enforcer, caregiver, and provider of life. But I am the version of that which is here, of those same traits that brought forth that which I spoke of as your solar man, or whom you've known as Solomon. Literally, the solo man, the one man, just as there is the one God, so that as above there is also so below. See, I am that divine governorship. I am that divine rule, so that my Father can govern that which is above, and that I may govern that which is below in the same harmony, so that we can all work together for that which is best plentiful for all things in creation. You see? And that is the thing that they do not understand. That is the thing that they do not understand. That I am He who is all. And as being all, I bow down, or shall I say, I bow down to none but that which is all. You think when my brothers come to me because of inquiries of blessing, that I have to give them any word, or that I have to give them a ear? You think I even have to listen to them? They know better. They see it when they come to me, they know better. I do it to show my children in this world that that is that which I have given power to govern and rule. If they rule in righteousness and fairness, while they're building this world to what it should be. They gain their power from me. And that's why when they come, they recognize they have no power over me. See what's going to start happening is this. We see people keep calling my brothers, come get me. And I'm going to start doing this, telling my brothers to start taking the lawless out there. I'm going to tell my brothers to start taking the lawless out there. Man, you know what? They want so bad to see what it's like inside of a jail cell. I think they might be crazy. You need to go take them to the hospital. I think they're nuts. You might need to take them to the hospital. I think they need to get their mind checked for a little while. And see what it's like when our liberty is restricted. Because the only liberty you have in this world is that which I give you. Stop taking it for granted and thinking that you have a right over something that you don't. See, this is when I start getting in my attitude, start getting in my feelings, and you start seeing the dragon come out of me. Because it's then that I just want to start walking around and slapping heads off of the laws. Because I can imagine if you're willing to be so obstinate against your freaking creator and so obstinate against your Lord, imagine how you're treating my other children. So I'd rather just go on and strike you down dead so I can give my other children the ability to be able to live a life without having to deal with your bullshit. See, this is the argument I have with my father. I think it's just because I'm just a malicious ruler. Oh my God, this is who we have as king. This is really animal. If you had to go through 9,600 years plus the bull crap that I had to go through, you tell me how you can feel. Now, you can be here for people at most maybe 80 years, and by the time you're 35, you're already talking about your going out. I'm stressed out. I'm going through too much. This is too much to handle. Well, you realize 35 years to me is a freaking day, if that. You might want to call an hour if you really want to take it in mathematical equation. I don't have the right time. I don't have the right boy. I don't got the right to be sitting there talking. Man, I just got too much on my plate. You should be happy I gave you a plate. See, that's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and speak anymore in a way that best suits you. I'm going to speak in a way of that which best suits me. And this is my kingdom. I'm going to pick and choose that which needs to be instructed, that which needs to be enforced, that which needs to be taught, that which needs to be disciplined. I'm going to. Ain't not real nothing on this earth have the power or the ability to stop me from doing it. The only thing in creation that has ever been that has the ability to stop that, which is I, is that which has always been, and that is my Father. Stop standing in my way. Stop standing in my way and challenge. Fine, you don't want to make it to my kingdom. You don't want everlasting life. You don't want eternal life. Okay, fine. Go about your business here. Make a couple of freaking minutes that you got left, bro, and get the hell out of our way. But you keep obstructing me while I see you sitting there and you're hurting those that believe and have faith and that are struggling and striving and who are the lesser. My Father just granted me what I asked for yesterday, because he said that this was the only one that I had to give, that this sufficed to the argument of what I brought up to him yesterday, that this sufficed as what he meant when he said, give them time. I gave you time. Now I'm giving you the rule. The rule is, come against me, and I'm going to use you as the example. And see, now I can release my power. My Father just literally took off the freaking names. Alhamdulillah. Here we go. Here we go. For my righteous, your protector is here. Do not worry. For those who put faith in me and put faith in my Father shall know that we are unfailing in that which we protect. That we are unfailing in that which we stand in. And that we are unfailing in that love and compassion and that righteous justice that you so solemnly seek and pray for. My God has sent you Yawah. See, I am the guardian of the beginning. He is the God of all that is divine. He is the governor of all that is divine. We are both gods. So in the beginning, the Word was God, the Word was with God. So in the beginning, the Word was with God, and the Word was God. What part don't you get about it? The Word was God on earth, and the Word was God in heaven. And then the Word became flesh. See, everything I'm telling you is already written. It's already written. There should be no argument of the fact that this could be. What y'all arguing about is the fact that, man, this is him. See, that's what bothers me. That's what bothers me. I bet if I was somebody through a little clubhouse, you wouldn't be arguing about it. I bet you if I came in, I was something that you, right? Of course you would be. Why would you do what? Because it would be what you wanted. Well, I'm here to tell you. It ain't about what you want. It's about what my Father wants. It's about what I want. I'll tell you what I want. I want that which is absolute. I want that which is true. I want that which is righteous, and I want that which is just. And I want that which is not. The H about it. See, I'm sick and tired of watching people keep creating hell on paradise. I'm sick and tired of watching people create hell on paradise. Because the hell is that which I told you it is. It is a human existence living a lie. So you stop lying to your damn self, lying to your brothers and sisters, lying to everybody else like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You won't have these goddamn problems that we have right now. You won't have the problems that you have right now of talking about the fact that why life is so bad. It's so bad because you ain't telling the truth. It's so bad because you ain't telling the truth. You know the biggest lie you tell yourselves every day? That you deserve any of this. That you earned any of this. That you paid the debt for any of this. Or that you're something that you're not. See, life is a gift. Eternal life is a purchase that you make within that. I gave you the down payment. My Father allowed you to have it. I paid the remunerations that needed to be paid, the debt that needed to be paid to buy back my kingdom. Now y'all need to pay the debt to each other. Pay the debt that you owe me. Kindness, loyalty, truthfulness, honesty, human goodness, articulated by that which is divine. See, if you do that, if you do these things that I have told you, if you do these things that I have commanded you, I swear to you by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wallahi, if you fulfill these commandments, I will fulfill my promise to you. If you fulfill these commandments, I will walk you right up to the kingdom of heaven. I'll lay out the copy. These are my commandments. This is the path of righteousness. If you're selfish, you're undeserving. If you're uncompassionate, you're undeserving. If you're a liar, you're undeserving. If you're unrighteous, you're undeserving. If you're unjust, you're undeserving. You see how many things I'm sitting here telling you? I'm not playing. I've given you the instructions of what I'm expecting and what I demand to get into the new kingdom. I've asserted my authority. I've stated my claim. I've paid my debt. I've merged my army. I've sat on my throne. And I've decreed my adjudication. What is there that is not clarified? I've called you to the divine fellowship of the universal knowledge of humanity, where I sit in the furthest place in the east you can ever sit, and that's the sovereign throne of the Almighty Creator. For I am Yahweh, and you are my path. See how that works? I am Yahweh, and you are my path. You walk in my way, and you will tread my path that will produce the continuation of my path for those to come. I am Yahweh. How do you think I said? I am the way and I am the light. I am the way. I've already told you, I am Yahweh. I am your way. You see, this is things that should have been noticed to y'all throughout time. These are things in time you should have seen and understood them for what they were. So now this is the other thing I'm going to throw out there, because like I said, I don't know how to do a GoFundMe. I don't know how to do none of that stuff, brother. I don't know how to do a GoFundMe. Everybody knows my Facebook page, my Facebook Messenger page. You go on my Facebook Messenger page, it's under my old name. I am going to actually put together a Facebook for myself. Facebook together for myself. But literally, you can go on Cash App and just look up the name. Look up the name, you know what I'm saying? My Cash App is under my name. It says Nathaniel Vinny Jr. It says Nathaniel Vinny Jr. I don't ask anybody to do more than they can, but I expect everybody to do all they can. For you do not see that I come into this world on a daily basis and I do the work that you cannot do, that I do a work that provides you to even have an ability to work. And I say that to my brothers in the industry and my brothers and sisters that are in their hustles. Don't forget the fact that the other day I'm the one that sat there as the sovereign, supreme governor of this earth and gave you the etiquette and jurisdiction of what rule you're supposed to live in and doing and performing that which it is that you do and you perform. Think I can't revoke it in a second? You think I can't revoke it in a second? Because I also put a stipulation with it that you're not going to run through this earth and take from my earth that which is given to you by grace and not think you're not going to do charity and think that you're not going to give back into the community and think that you're not going to pay the throne. See, it is my job to enforce tax so that I can go into the world and dispense it are so needed amongst those who need it. Anybody that knows me knows that I constantly give to the community. So anything you bestow and you bless on me, yes, I will use some of it for the things I need so that I can continue to do the things that is needed of others. This shouldn't be a grave argument. This shouldn't be, oh, you know what, Brother Sadiq? You know, but I just can't. I can't, brother. If you tell me you can't, I'm going to tell you I can't. But did I not tell you in my carnation as Jesus that when you seen my brothers hungry and didn't feed them, you denied me? That you seen my brothers when they were unclothed and you didn't clothe them, that you denied me? When you seen one of mine that needed and you didn't provide for them, that you denied me? Y'all will go spend $500 on a pair of sneakers. You'll see somebody on the street hungry and you won't buy them a $2 sandwich. Y'all will go buy a $700 pack and then want to kill somebody because they're $5 short. See, I am the equitable justice. What that means is that which is always level. I rectify that which is misshaped into that which is the straightest path. I am the divine ruler. I am the sovereign king and holy prophet, Sadiq Ahmed Ibn Allah. Ruler of Waladi. The divine ruler of Waladi. And for those that do not understand what the true definition of Waladi is, it does not mean earth. It means the will of all that Allah has created within this earth. That means human life, plant life, flower life, that which is in the ocean, that which is in the sky, that which is in the breeze, and that which is in the sand. I am the divine ruler of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. But I am connected to everything that ever existed and everything that ever will exist. But as it connects to my Father, so it does also connect to me. I am that which gives the greatest gift. I am that which can give you eternal life. Y'all are worried about the futile, frivolous things in this world and seek to deny that help to any. And I can't expect much from people I see, but they can't expect much from me. They don't want to see. See, y'all won't help your brothers and sisters, which are my children. I don't expect you to help your father and king. But I do expect that those who are truly righteous in their hearts, the righteous ones, the willing ones, those who truly want that kingdom, and those who can truly recognize in my words and my mannerisms and in my decrees that I surely am that which you have prayed for and hope to come. You see the miracles with me all the time, brother. You see the miracles. I brought it up earlier, and I'm telling everybody now. When you drive by and look that the sun does not stop shining on me from the time that it raises in the morning to the time that it sets. And when it sets, my brother Moon, whom I also have an attachment to, shines on me. Why do you think I was able to cut my effort cord the other day, and the world felt my pain, and the moon bled because the sky was bleeding? That was a miracle in itself. You don't see I keep performing miracles in front of you, and you guys are still asking for more signs? I'm here to tell you that my signs that are coming next, you guys don't want to keep asking for these, because these signs are not going to be signs that are going to bring you faith. These are signs that are going to bring you fear. I don't want to rule by fear. I don't want to govern by anything but love and justice. See, I was given this by my Father because it was created for me. And I am that reflection of my Father. Don't fear me. Don't fear me. You're my children. I don't want you to fear me. I want you to respect me. I want you to show me your loyalty and your fealty. I want you to have a level of fear within that respect, that if you break my rules, my commands, my decrees, and my etiquettes, that there is a punishment for that. But I even want you to feel comfortable enough to know that my love supersedes that punishment, that even if you come to me and say, you know what, I made a mistake. I should have done this differently. You know what? You're still perfect in my eyes because you chose the path of honesty. And I will choose the path of forgiveness. I change days. You think I can't wipe out what you do? You see me reset the time already. You think I can't sit there and just usher what you did away like it never even happened? See, this is the will of my Father. This is the power my Father has granted me. Everybody always said, every time I've ever lived, that I had a good heart and a strong sense for the development of justice, and that I always stand on that which is right and I protect those that are weak. Now you know why. I have to have a big heart because I have so many children to love. I have my Father's heart in my chest. I had to have the ability to stand on justice and rule against any that would put fear and act in an unjust manner towards my brothers and sisters or my children. See, I call you my brothers and sisters even though you're my children. Let me explain to you why. I call my little ones my children because I know at the end of the day, if y'all don't do the job to raise them right, I'm gonna. I call you my brothers and sisters because once you come into your maturity, I grant you a fellowship that I would grant to my brothers. If you're doing the right thing, then I no longer look at your children as just my sole responsibility. You are so beautiful. I look at it as my nieces and nephews. I'll help where you can. But they're not my responsibility in fullness. You've taken your right. You've shown me that you can govern and rule your fiefdom, which is your home, your mini kingdom. And I will secure you in that kingdom from which you bring them out into. See, this is a thing that works together. I'm calling y'all to work with me. I'm calling y'all to work with me. I don't want to have to do this alone. Regardless, I'm not doing it alone. I got my Father, I got the angels, I got those that are faithful. I want more. I want to see everybody happy. I want to see you be able to obtain that which you say you so much want. Even from a political standpoint, you sit there and you say that you look for what? Freedom, justice, and the pursuit of happiness. Come to me so that I may declare your independence under one sovereign rule, the rule of the great Creator. Come to me so I can show you one straight path of righteous decree and judgment to govern your life by, so that all those that are on the crooked path have no right against you. See, those who are mine, you see how I walk around here and they have no right against me? Those who are mine, they have no right over them neither. See, I become your security blanket. I become your social security. But just as when you bring in the factor of universal law, which is that which I got, you also invoke the curse of my judgment and my decree if you violate that which you have taken on. See, and I'm gonna tell you about violating and how I look at a violation. Like I said, I want you to see the fact that I'm not here to hurt nobody. I do what I have to do when I have to do it for the preservation of those that I must protect. My goal is not to sit here and just bust heads all day. See, what I consider a violation is somebody who knows that what they're doing in their spirit and in their heart, that it's wrong. that they keep doing it. They keep doing it. And they're doing it to the degree where it literally is only to deprive another human being of their rights to enjoy and enjoy upon that which I have given them, through the grace and glory of that which my Father has given me. See? So that is injustice. That is an unforgivable sin. To do to somebody else something that you wouldn't want done to you, and to continually do it, blatantly disregarding the fact that I have set the decree of fellowship, of love, of justice and harmony, and you think that I'm not going to hold you to that? I will destroy you. My sister, can I get a couple of those? And I just want to grab a drink. Yeah, I'll take two. Nah, I might need one. So as I was saying, brothers and sisters, we have to understand that, yes, it's my world, it's my rule, it's my governorship, and that I am he. But my governorship and my rule is that which is the will of my Father that he gave me 9,652 years ago, that we will be one, and that I will lead and I will guide my people according to the same qualities that he's always shown me, which is love, compassion, understanding, justice, truth. Yes, please. This is all I enjoy. I don't ask you guys to do anything more than to just show faith and to be kind to one another. How hard is that? How hard is that? To put your trust in nothing but my Father and me, and to treat one another with such respect and such due truthfulness. And I say due truthfulness because, see, you have to be truthful within your own actions. See, none can judge your actions greater than that which is inside of your heart. You know when you're doing wrong. Can't nobody sit here and say to me, Sadiq, I don't know if it's right or wrong. Okay, I mean, I can understand if it's something good. Like, you might not know if a freaking green shirt goes with a red pair of pants. You might not know if the fact that if your brother does something that you might feel hurt your feelings, if it's right to go yell at him and express how he has made you feel. I can understand small things like that. I get that 100%. But I don't get it when somebody says, Steve, he's not my brother. I don't have to. Whoa, time out. You mean he's not your brother? What makes him not your brother? He doesn't believe what I believe. What do you believe? Oh, wow. You know, I'm a Muslim. He's a Christian. Got it. Really? Astaghfirullah. Do you not understand that I came as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and before that I came as the Prophet Jesus? So how are you ever going to tell me that that's not your brother when I'm the one that determined that they were my children? Stop using that excuse. Stop using that excuse. Because on the day of judgment, my excuse is going to be you're a non-believer. Assalamu alaikum. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you. That's what I'm going to say. Sadiq, you can't say it? Yes, I can. I'm going to say this one more time so you guys forget the fact. When you hear me say things like that, it's not because of the fact that I'm not repeating something somebody said. I walk with the angels, and my angels are everywhere on this earth. I can hear and I can see that which is from one point of this earth all the way to the other point. That which is in existence is in me. I've been given back my governorship and rule. You want to talk about plug in? Bro, I'm so plugged in, bro, I'll pull energy out the ground, brother. People wonder how I stay up 2-3 weeks at a time. don't know how to do it. You guys watch Superman, right? It's just gonna blow your mind. You're gonna be like, wait a second, you're gonna tell me there's some truth or something like that. Those of my scientists and understanding of that, what I'm about to say, of course they will. So you watch Superman, right? When he came here from another planet, he didn't have any powers. What was it that gave him his powers? Our sun. Did I not just show you that everywhere I go, the sun shines on me? See, I'm replenished just by walking in the sunlight, brother, so that I can bring the light to the dark. I'm replenished. See, you don't understand the power that's in the sun, brother. I draw my power from the sun, brother. Just like the other day when I drew my power from the whole universe, it literally had to take something from something. Why do you think I turned the moon red? See, I am that which is connected to all life now. And all that is in life is connected to me. You guys starting to get the picture of how I have so much authority, how I can say I can just knock you off. See, God, our Father up above, has connected me to every single living thing on this earth from the moment it is created and the moment it emerges. Let's just say I get an email to my soul with an identifying number on it that goes far beyond any name that any earthly man could ever speak. So you want to know how I call you? How I can call you? How I can take that from you which you say you so righteously possess? See, when a living thing comes into this world, when a created thing comes into this world, whether it's a tree, whether it's a dog, whether it's a baby, whatever it is, you guys call it whatever you want to call it, Bill, Bob, John, Baby Bush for our kids. My Father and I have given them other names, true names, the names that we write upon the soul, so that I can call those to me that I want to, that I can judge those that I need to as I want to, that I will know them by name when they come to the gates, because what the record is read in is in a language that you will never understand. You see, but I am that is, and other than me there never will be. See, I don't have to support truth. I am the truth. You want me to show you the way? All you have to do is follow me. If you don't want to follow me, I don't care, honestly. I care in the aspect that I want everybody to have eternal life. I care in the aspect that I don't want to see any of my children left behind. But I don't care in the aspect of the greater vision of that which is best, from what my Father wants and what I want. So when you hear me say I don't care, understand the level of I don't care. It's a level of truth. That which is must answer to that which has always been. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news for those that don't like me. I am him. I am it. And I am all that there ever will be. Take it or leave it. But as I said to you earlier, I've called you. I've set the instructions for you of that which will best fulfill my Father's purpose. And the purpose for which I was called. And for this I will close, and I'm going to close as I open with the Al-Fatiha. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon all of you, and may you hear my call and answer. Amen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawm al-Din. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Father, may you grant these children of mine, my brothers and sisters, may you grant them mountains in this message. They may follow the instructions which you have instilled in me to give them, that they may submit under my governorship, that they may submit under the rule that I have installed by the right that you have given. For I am that natural leader. I am that natural king. I am that sovereign. There was none before me, nor will there ever be any after me. There has only been those who have been set in place until I can rightfully return to my family. And let this be the beginning of that which will lead us to that which I came to do. So they prayed that your kingdom will come, and that I will administer on earth that which you have administered in heaven, so that I may show through my will that which is your will, that will be done. That we lead them not in despair, nor to lead them to tread and walk in the darkness. That we remove from them the trepidations that stumble them in their hearts, so that we may guide them in a way that is best, that takes the worry away from them of that which they are indebted to, or that of which who is indebted to them. For this is the conclusion of that promise. I am that conclusion to that purpose. I am the way, I am the light, I am the truth, I am the Son. Into the universal brotherhood of those who serve universal truth under one uniform, under one cause, and under one way. And that is the way of my Father. That is the way of myself. That is